What's up, y'all? I'm your boy, Alter Ego, aka Juan Chance, aka Alter Ego. But I just wanted to pop on here and give you guys an update about everything that's going on. Everything from, the situation between me and Eric Scrublow, and also something I haven't really talked about in a while, which is an update on the situation with my ex Kendall Smith. And just basically everything that's going on with that, which is pretty fucked up. But if you guys want to know what's going on with me and Eric, as I said, we are no longer speaking. I no longer want anything to do with him because I found out that all these years he had been lying to me about my career. Made promises that he couldn't keep, basically. He promised me a spot on an underground radio show, and that never happened. He promised me a spot a while back on a magazine cover. That never happened either. And he made all these different kinds of promises over the years. And one lie he did tell me, he was like, "Yo, that song you just did." I was like, "Which one?" He was like, "Not the Redcon one remix, but the other one." I was like, "Yeah, why?" He's like, "Well, dude, that's got over 7. He's like, that's got over 700, over 1,000 plays and downloads and this and that." I go to look on my SoundCloud where it was at. It didn't have any. I mean, it had a good few views and listens, don't get me wrong. It had a nice, small, handful. But it didn't have thousands of views or downloads. Let me tell you something, this man has held me down for 10 plus years. And I was straight honest with you. Since I left Eric behind, I gotta say, I feel free. I feel free and not held down anymore. Because when I was around Eric, he would always refer to me as his DJ. When I'm not just a DJ, I'm a music artist. I'm a musician. I'm a composer. Musically, I'm all these different things, but the one thing I am not is a DJ. I don't have turntables in front of me, dude. Never did. And don't plan on it anytime soon, neither. Sorry, y'all. I'm sitting here inviting people in as I'm doing this, so. Alright, there we go. But that's that. And like I said in the live stream last night, as well as other stuff, being away from Eric, it gives me a chance to start over new from the ground up. It allows me to rebuild myself the right way this time around, instead of being lied to like I had been all these years. And as for the candle update, it's pretty messed up. So if you guys already know, which I'm sure you guys know already and by now, that candle has been doing nothing but harass my family, harass me. She basically sent death threats to me via voice message on Facebook. Threatened my mom, threatened my brothers. Basically, my brothers being Devil, Craig, aka Devil Dog, and Jordan. She's threatened them. And yes, I will admit she is being taken to court. that is being handled. She is being taken to court. But I found out from her landlord, who's a very good friend of mine, that she will not be going to jail. Even after everything she did to me and my friends and my family, she will not be going to jail. Why? Because she has a mental illness. All because she has some mental issues, she's not going to jail, but instead they're gonna fucking commit her to a fucking psych ward. Like, what the fuck? If that were me and I had mental issues, y'all motherfuckers would have no issue throwing me in jail for 24 hours and letting me sit there. So honestly, it's pretty fucked up. And do I feel that Candle deserves to be in jail for what she's done to me and my friends and my family? Of course, absolutely. Do I feel that she deserves to be in jail for claiming to me that she was in the Navy, which is stolen valor? Absolutely. Absolutely, she deserves to be in jail for all that. But all because she has mental problems, they're not going to send her to jail. But rather, they're going to take and put her and have her committed to a mental hospital. Which I'll admit, Kendall does need mental help. I'll admit that. But the fact that she's not getting put in jail for stolen valor, if y'all don't know, stolen valor is a federal crime. If y'all don't know what stolen valor is, it's where you put on a uniform or you claim to be some branch of military when you did not serve. And that is a federal crime. You can do a lot of years for that. And that's exactly what Kayla did. She claimed that she was Navy, and I have friends in the Navy. I have friends in every branch of the military because I was born and raised as an Army brat. My dad was Staff Sergeant Gordon Ray Wilkins of the United States Army, 82nd Airborne Division. But the fact that we're allowing somebody who's mentally ill get away with stolen valor by putting them in a mental hospital, what's that saying about our system? What's that saying about the justice system? Because, yeah, her little boyfriend Paul is going to jail for making the death threats, but then he doesn't have mental issues either. But on the same token, if he goes to jail for that, so should she. I'm sorry to say that Kendall does deserve to go to jail for everything that she's done. As I said, she's not only harassed me, my family, and my friends, but she has sent death threats, had the police sent to my house many times. She had the police sent to my house twice, and then an ambulance one time. So I'm over here like, dude, you're wasting their time. You're not only wasting their time, but you're wasting, your own time. Yo, shout out to my boy Chad. What's good, Chad? How you doing, buddy? It's been a minute since I've seen you on here, dude. How you been? But, as I said, it is what it is. I can't control, what the justice system is going to do to her. Whether she goes into a mental hospital, whether she goes to jail, I can't control that. But, it is what it is. But, right now with that aside, my main focus is now, right now, my main focus this minute and at this point in time is rebuilding myself from the ground up after trusting somebody I should not trust. Because as I said, Eric Scrubolo, he lied to me, made false promises that weren't true. I want to tell you something, guys. I turned down record guy. I mean, I had quite a few opportunities to sign to a paid record label, but what did I do? My ass decided to turn them down because I believed in him, and I believed him. I was dumb enough to follow what he said. And look at where I ended up. I ended up still not signed, and honestly, even worse off than before. And it sucks. It really does suck. So, because of him, as I said, I have laid the Shadow Blade name to rest, and I have brought forth Alter Ego as a full name for me to, better represent me and what I'm about. And I know a lot of people are pissed off that I'm getting rid of the Shadow Blade name, but you gotta understand there's a lot of bad stuff connected to that name. There's a lot of negativity, a lot of stuff that I don't want to be connected to, still connected to that name. And I don't want any part of the negativity. I really don't. Because when people see the name Shadow Blade, they automatically think, oh, yo, this is a dude that works there. No, I don't. Now, don't get me wrong, I mean, I will come back occasionally and use Shadow Blade for once in a great while, once in a blue moon type stuff. But ultimately, from this moment on, and as of last night and this morning, Shadow Blade has been put to rest and Alter Ego has been born. Now, you guys don't know the meaning behind my name, Alter Ego, or Shadow Blade. Like, Shadow Blade, I think I pretty much already explained to you guys. But Alter Ego, basically, it allows me to show a side of myself that nobody's ever seen. It allows me more musical expression. I can basically hide, in a sense, hide behind that mask and do my stuff without being judged. Not that I'm hiding behind anything, but it's that sense of security. It's that sense of, becoming that part of me that I've always wanted to do, that I've always wanted to have. It's that sense of showing people, hey, this is a side of me that, I have had in me all these years that I've been dying to show you guys, but I've been unable to because of guys like Eric. And does it suck? It does. Because there are many times where I wanted to do my own projects my way, and he just completely shut them down. I mean, granted, yeah, he's always supported my music, and I'm grateful for him for that. I'm grateful to him for that. But as far as working with him, he has no clue what he's doing. Yeah, the guy's signed to a label, but the dude's music isn't even any good. Honestly, I mean, the guy can rap. Don't get me wrong, the guy can rap. But vocally, music-wise, he is not that good. Matter of fact, let me pull up his Reverb Nation so I can show you guys exactly what this. Oh god, it's fair warning. If you guys have sensitive ears, I would recommend getting some earplugs because of what you're about to hear. And actually, Mary, that's not entirely true. Yes, Eric has had my back, and I'm grateful to him for that, but I never once acted like I owned anything. If anything, I treated it as if it was a family, a partnership, a brotherhood. I've always treated just like I do with Bloodshot Records. With Bloodshot Records, myself and my little brother Ian, we own that together. I don't treat it as if I own it. I treat it as if we're a family. And that's exactly how I treated Killer Clown Sounds when Killer Clown Sounds started out back in the day. I treated it as if we were family. And I treated Eric as my fucking brother for 10 plus years. You know, Eric was a brother to me. And for him to go and do the shit that he did is fucked up and unforgivable. And actually, that's not entirely true, Mary. What I did, see, Mary, that's where you're wrong. You don't understand the full situation. You really don't get it. These labels that he was with, they bashed on me. They belittled me. They sat there and discriminated against me because I don't have the image that they're looking for. And instead of focusing on my music, they'd rather focus on my image and tell me how much I suck because of my image. See, you don't know the full backstory like I do. I've had to deal with discrimination from all these different labels. And why? Because of my physical appearance. And I'm sorry, but my physical appearance should be secondary to my music. Like, for real. Like, I'm sitting there trying to give my fans and the people that care about my shit an update on what's really going on and speak the truth about what's being done. You know what, Mary? Mary, you don't get it. You really don't get it. Let me tell you something. Just like Eric and every fucking artist that I know, I have put in hard work. I have faced discrimination from not only underground labels, but major labels. Why? Because of my physical appearance. They would rather focus on my physical appearance than to focus on my music and how good my music actually is. I've had several people many times over telling me I deserve the shot, that I deserve to be signed because of the hard work that I put in and the work ethic that I go by, which is I can sleep when I'm dead. But while I'm alive, I'm going to continue to crank out fucking music every fucking day, every hour that I can. That's my work ethic, and I've done it, and I live it every day. So for me to be cast aside and judged and laughed at and belittled and picked on and bullied and bashed on by these labels, don't you think that's kind of fucked up? Because something, Eric isn't even that good. But why did these labels sign him? Because of his image. Because he's got this supposed image that they're looking for. And if he was so good, why is it that he didn't remain #1 on Reverb Nation since starting out? But as for me, I stayed #1 on Reverb Nation from 2010 up until late last year. And the reason why it ended late last year is because of the fact that I hadn't been on there in many years. I hadn't posted on there in a long time. So, I've busted my ass. I worked my ass off for everything. I had nothing handed to me. I've had to work my ass off every step of the way. I have had to earn and work and go through a lot of shit just to get to where I'm at. And you think that Eric doing what he did to me doesn't fucking hurt? Because let me tell you something. He made many artists offers that he not once offered me. He sat there and said, oh, I got these, I got this radio station, because I guess he knows this radio station. He was like, yo, I know this radio station. They want, they want your stuff on here and this and that and blah, blah, blah. So what do? Like an idiot, I sent them my stuff, and he supposedly got them to play it on the air. Where the fuck was the radio station? I looked them up. They're non-existent. They don't have a website. They don't have anywhere where you can listen to any radio stuff. I'm like, they don't have anything. The man has done nothing but tear me down, lie to me. Yeah, and you want to know why? No, listen. When he brought me on to Dejected, I asked the guy. I asked the owner, because I have the guy on my friends list. I have the owner of Dejected Records. Well, I did have. I had him on my friends list. That very month that Eric brought me on, I asked him. I was like, yo, here's my stuff. Eric wanted me to send it to you and this and that, blah, blah, blah. And, a month went by. And I asked him, just out of pure curiosity, I asked him, I was like, yo, just wondering, what's up with the stuff? Did you listen to it? And blah, blah, blah. And I kid you not, this is the guy's exact words to my face. This is the guy's exact words to me was, yeah, I listened to it, but I don't have time right now. I got too many other projects going on. I don't have time for any other projects. Acting like I'm some sort of project. Like I'm some sort of charity case. And that's why I called out Dejected Records on their bullshit. Because instead of treating me like a human being and saying, hey, I liked it, I'll get back with you. Instead of doing it the professional way, they decided to treat me like some sort of charity case. Like I'm just some other project when I'm not. So that's why I did what I did. Because I wasn't about to sit there and let these evil ass people tear me down like that. I'm not about that life. I'm not about being bullied. You see, that's the issue with a lot of you young cats these days. A lot of y'all motherfuckers think that it's okay to do what y'all are doing. You guys think it's okay to not say anything, but let me tell you something. Where I grew up, the era that I grew up in, if somebody fucked with you like that, you didn't just sit there and take it. No, you stood up, you said something, you stood up for yourself, you defended yourself. And that's exactly what I did, and I don't feel bad about that at all. I don't feel bad about standing up for myself against these labels that bash on me. Because nobody, and I mean nobody deserves that. Not Eric, not me. Nobody deserves to be bashed on like that. Can I tell you something? I have fought and fought to get to where I'm at. And let me tell you something, nothing was fucking handed to me. I had to earn my step every step of the motherfucking way. And I'll tell you what Eric has to do with that record label Dejected. They brought him on. See, if you don't know what happened with Dejected Records, allow me to explain it to you guys so you guys can better understand. Dejected Records brought Eric on because they liked what they saw. Alright, they like what they heard, fine. Even though I'm not, that big of a fan of his work, it is what it is. To each their own. I'm not going to deny the guy's good. The guy is good. They brought him on. He then sat there and said, I have this DJ I want to be brought on with me. Acting like I'm just a DJ when I'm not. I'm more than a DJ. I'm an artist. And so I did a little digging around and stuff because they got in contact with me and stuff. So I went in, I talked to the owner, I sent them some of my stuff. Actually, some of my best stuff that was hits among everyone, whether it be my one, pop rock song, Please Notice Me, or my biggest dubstep hit ever called I'm a Monster. I sent them some stuff to check out. But instead of bringing me on and being fair about it, what did they do when they saw me? They sat there, treated me as if I'm a charity case, as if I'm some sort of joke, as if I'm somebody that's not to be taken seriously. So yeah, Scrub does have it because he's the one that tried to bring me on to Dejected Records in the first place. Definitely, Kayla. I don't know if I still have him or not. I'll have to look. I'll definitely, if I have him blocked, I'll definitely re-add him for sure. Like I said, I don't know how he got unblocked, but I'll definitely go in and re-add him. So, I mean, Scrub does have a lot to do with what happened to me. So let me tell you something. I never once acted like I owned any labels. Like when me and Eric ran Killer Clown Signs, I didn't treat it as if I owned it. I didn't treat it as if I was a co-owner. No, I treated it like a tattoo shop. I didn't sit there and say I owned it or anything like that. I treated it as family. I treated Eric like family. I treated Killer Clown Sounds like a home, just like I do with Bloodshot Records. I don't sit there and say, oh, I own Bloodshot Records. No, I say myself and my little brother Ian, because my little brother Ian is one of the main co-founders. He's one of the ones that helped to found Bloodshot Records. So see, I don't sit there and treat any label like I own it. I treat it as if it's a family. And I'm sorry to say, but Eric's been lying to all y'all. He's been playing this whole victim card the entire time when he's not the victim. The real victim here is me. He sat there, held me down for 10 plus years, fucking lied to my face many a times. Because of him, I've had record labels laughing at my face, calling me a joke, saying that I don't belong in the music industry. When my work ethic overpowers everything. My work ethic is far beyond what most artists are about these days. Because let me tell you something. While y'all motherfuckers are asleep and in bed, what am I doing? I'm up composing. I'm up writing. I'm up doing shit I need to do for my music. I want to tell you something. When me and Eric released Virus back in 2010, who the fuck do you think was up all night while he was passed out after sending me his shit? That was me. I was up all night mixing and mastering that shit all fucking night long. I was up putting the beats to it and doing what I had to do to them. So you can't sit there and say that I don't work hard, because I do. And let me tell you something, man. I have had people who are in the music industry themselves, such as my good friend Vinny Sharma from the rock band Sharmera, who, if you guys have not heard their music, they got some really good stuff. Let me tell you something. Even he says I need to be signed because of not only my work ethic for my music, but also the sounds that I have come out with that are unique, that are new, that nobody's ever really heard. Plus, I'm one of the very few people that knows how to compose classical music properly, and I'm one of the few that's actually keeping it alive. Because nowadays you got all these other styles that are overpowering it. I'm one of the very few that knows how to keep it alive. Plus, I created a whole new genre of dubstep that people have gone nuts over. I fathered a whole new genre of music. So I put in my hard work. I have busted my ass for every fucking thing that I could. Every fucking thing that I could. How many motherfuckers do you know of that can do Going Under by Evanescence in a melodic scream vocal style and sound good? How many motherfuckers do you know that can do Spellbound by Lacuna Coil and sound good? Hell, for that matter, how many motherfuckers do you know that can match the vocals and screams of Chester Bennington or Mitch Lucker? How many motherfuckers do you know that can do that shit? Like, it's sad, honestly. It's sad at the direction that the music industry has gone. And it's because of guys like Eric that, artists like myself that are deserving aren't getting anywhere. Can I tell you something? I had one of the best mentors in the world. And his name was Kota Oda. He was one of the biggest underground music stars in the world. His name was Kota Oda, also known as King Kota for short. The dude was one of my best friends in the world. And yeah, he passed away from an accidental drug overdose last year in March. And does it hurt? Yes. Does it suck? Absolutely. But it's because of him that I have the work ethic to do what I do. It's because of him that I don't throw in the towel and say, fuck it. Because he taught me to never give up. He taught me that no matter what comes your way, you keep on going. You keep on fighting and you don't give up. It's because of him that I have ruthlessness to call out these motherfuckers that want to run their mouths and try to make me look like the bad guy, like I'm crying wolf when I'm not. I'm simply calling out these motherfuckers on their bullshit because I'm tired of being discriminated against. I'm tired of being put down, and I'm tired of being made to look like the bad guy when I'm not. My entire music career, that is all that it has been for me, is me looking like the bad guy, me looking like a joke. These motherfuckers think that they're better than me for some stupid reason. And yet, what do I get? I get bashed on, belittled, and torn down for my hard work. I get accused of shit that I didn't do. I get told that I will never make it in the music industry. And I don't care if I go mainstream or not. I don't care if I'm the biggest superstar in the fucking world or not. What I care about is my music and finally getting paid for my music. I don't care whether it's a small time label or a big time label. As long as I get signed to a paying label that accepts me for my physical appearance and for my music, that's all I care about. Like I said, I don't want to be some superstardom fucking, high end fucking famous fucking just type shit. No. I don't want cameras in my face every minute of every day. And yes, I'll admit, I've grown up throughout my entire life knowing some famous people. And this is the one thing that really pisses me off. Because if you guys do or don't know the actors Bo and Jeff Bridges, they are actually the cousins of my now passed older brother's best friend, Kevin. And you know, and I met Bo and Jeff when I was a kid. I was about 10 years old. They had come down to Florida to visit Kevin, and he brought him over. You know, got to meet them. So really nice guys. You know, back then I didn't know that they were famous. I thought they were just, you know, really good friends as a family. But everybody keeps telling me, you know, if you want it so bad, why don't you use them to get to where you want to be? I'm sorry, but I don't believe in using people. I believe that if you're going to do something, you have to earn your way every step of the way. You have to do it on your own every step of the way, which is what I've done. I have busted my ass. Even when I was sick, on holidays, missing weddings, I gave everything I could. Because I believed in what I was doing. And I still do believe in what I'm doing. But it doesn't help when guys like Eric tear me down and belittle me and bash on me and destroy me by sitting there saying I'm just some DJ when I'm not just some DJ. I'm a music artist. I am a musician. I am a vocalist. I literally do everything on my own. Everything from the beat making, the vocals, the mixing, the mastering. I do all that shit myself. And half your artists nowadays don't even know how to do that. And it's sad. Even when it comes down to my music videos, I shoot and edit that shit myself. All the music videos that I've done for myself, those are all me. I had nobody helping me with that shit. I had recorded all that shit and edited everything on my own. When I did that short film, Darkness, for Halloween, when I did that short film, nobody helped me with that. I set everything up and did everything on my own. Everything from the musical composition to the editing to the recording, the vibe of it, the sound of it. I did all that myself. So yes, I have very valuable skills that could make me money in the music industry, but it's because of people like Eric holding me down and holding me back that I'm not getting anywhere. Which is why I dropped him. I dropped him because of the fact that I am sick and tired of being held down. I'm sick and tired of being made to feel like I'm lesser than someone. Like he's above me, like he's this God. And yeah, he's going to sit there and say that, you know, he gave me my music career, but that's not true. He didn't give me anything. I had to work my ass off for it. I come on here, I try to have a good time, you know. I try to sit down and I try to give y'all an update. And this is the kind of shit that goes down. This motherfucker's attacking me out of nowhere for no fucking reason. And then it leads to me having to explain this shit and what really went down. Like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick and tired of having to explain myself. When I'm sitting here trying to give an update on what's really going on with me and, you know, not only the bullshit going on with my ex, but the bullshit going on with my career and where everything stands. You know, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the bullshit. So as I said, y'all can believe what you want, but I'm telling you guys the truth. Eric is not to be trusted. Dejected Records is not to be trusted. You're a fool if you trust either of them. Because all Eric's going to do is hold you down from what you really want to do just to make himself look good. That's what he does. And as I said, since I've gotten out from under his thumb, I have never felt so free in my entire life. I have never felt like I could do anything like I do now. Now that I'm out from underneath Eric's thumb, I feel like I can actually do something. Like I can actually do my music my way. Like I don't have to be held back by anything. And that's what Eric did to me. He held me back, held me down, made me feel like I was lesser than he was. He says that, he treated me like a brother, and I'll admit he did. But when it came to the music, he was always afraid that I was going to be better than him. So he did whatever he could to hold me back. Whether I was sitting there saying, oh, I want to do a project, I want to do this, I want to do that. But let me tell you something, half those projects he wanted to do with me never got done. That was his way of holding me back to keep me from growing as an artist. To keep me from growing and doing what I really needed to do. Now, as I said, for those of you that want to be friends with him, that's fine. That's on y'all. But if you're going to be friends with him and work in the music industry with him, you guys are a fool for doing that. Because Eric has done nothing but tear me down, belittle me, and hold me back. And honestly, I feel free since I broke away from all that. Since I got from out of his shadow, I can finally do shit my way. The way that I intended to do music, that I should have been doing it all along. So to all my supporters, what's up? What's good? To all my haters, hey, thanks for the views. Thanks for popping in. But, I hope you guys understand now where exactly it is that I'm coming from. Because like I said, I'm not sitting here crying wolf or calling anybody out because I don't like them or this, that. No, I'm simply stating pure fact. These labels like to judge me because of my physical appearance. They like to take me as a joke because of my physical appearance. Instead of focusing on my music and how good my music actually is, they would rather focus on my physical appearance and judge me based off that instead of my music. Instead of saying, hey, dude, your music's really good. We could do something about your looks. We can, help you out with that. They'd rather be like, oh, your looks are bad. You don't look good enough to be in the music industry, so automatically your music is shit. That's what these labels do to me. And that's what I've faced ever since day one. Ever since working, on my own a little bit before I met up with Eric. And even up to the point where I met Eric and started working with him. That's what these labels have done. They treat me as a charity case. They treat me as if I don't fucking matter. As if just because I have a few special needs that I can't control myself or do what I gotta do. Yeah, I've got ADHD, and to them that's, it is what it is. To them that's a special needs issue. Which I can understand. But you know what? I learned how to control my ADHD. I learned how to overcome it. I learned how to overcome it through hard work. And I'm not afraid or ashamed to say that I represent the special needs community. I'm not afraid to say that, hey, I'm the voice for the special needs community. I'm not afraid to say that. Hell, if anything, I'm proud of that. I'm proud to be the voice for the special needs community. I'm proud to say, hey, I represent these people. I represent these amazing, wonderful people. I'm proud of that. And for someone like Eric or Dejected Records to sit there and do what they did all these years, do you really think that's fair to someone like me who's worked hard? Do you really think that's fair to someone like me who has busted their ass and given everything? Even when I'm sick, I am recording or doing something musically. Whether it's, a wedding, a holiday, my birthday, whether I'm sicker than a dog, whether I'm talking to, my girl, I'm always doing something musically. I am always doing something. I am always working 24/7. While y'all are asleep, I'm here in the studio every fucking night and day, busting my ass, doing what I have to do. And you know what I get told every day? Or at least, or not told, but like, why am I not signed to a major label? Why am I not making any money off my music? And you know how much it hurts me to tell people the truth that they don't want to hear, but need to hear? Which is the fact that these labels don't like how I look. So they would rather cast my music aside with me as if I'm some charity case. When I'm not. I'm not just some charity case. I am a human being. I am an artist. And I deserve the exact same shots that everyone else is being given. I deserve that because I've earned it. I've had many people tell me many times over that I have earned it. I have given everything for my career and more. Like, and it's sad to see, that people like Eric are turning into the exact thing they swore they would never become. See, Eric told me back in the day when we first started out that he was not going to do this shit, that all these other mainstream labels are doing it and fuck me over. But what did he do? He wound up fucking me over and ultimately became just like them. He let that power go to his head. He let the power of being a signed artist go to his head. He lost who he really is. And that's not okay with me. Because let me tell you something. When Eric was going through the drug addiction phase, when he was strung out on fucking pills, who do you think was there with him on video chat all fucking night long after him and Dawn split? And he was sitting there strung out on pills, about to die. There wasn't nobody on that phone with him but me. I sat there for hours and hours. I sat there with him damn near all night until the ambulance arrived to pick him up. So to be honest, I'm not only owed a debt of gratitude, I think for everything that I've done for him, everything that I've given for him, I deserve a lot more than a debt of gratitude. I deserve the exact same shot that he's giving everyone else. I deserve those chances. Because I've given everything and more. I've given out more than most artists could ever hope to give out in their entire lifetime. And yet, what do I get? I get bullied. I get belittled. I get bashed on. I get ridiculed. And y'all want to sit there and defend him and what he does? Nah. I'm sorry to say that, but if y'all motherfuckers defend Eric or agree with what he's doing to me and others, then y'all already know where the unfriend button is. Y'all know where the block button is, and if you don't, allow me to show it to you, because I will. It's people like Eric that I despise. Because they tell you one thing to your face and then they do a whole other thing behind your back. And that's exactly what Eric did to me. He told me one thing to my face and then went behind my back and did shit for himself and not for me or anyone else that we had worked with or worked hard with. For him, it's all about him. He don't give a fuck about nobody except himself and making money for himself. Instead of helping out a truly talented artist like I do, he would rather sit there and be about himself. Because let me tell you something. When I first met Ian, when I first met the 16-year-old kid on YouTube, I was using the gamer tag DK Customs, which I was actually thinking about bringing back anyway. But let me tell you something. I met Ian on Facebook through a YouTube group. He asked if anybody does YouTube. I said, yes, I do. And I hit him up. And me and him started talking, and we became really good friends after that. He became like my little brother. And, a couple of years passed out of, working on things together. A couple of years ago, we're talking, I was like, dude, we really need to start up a record label of our own. We need to do this to help other artists out. Even though we can't pay them, we can still help them get where they want to be. So what did we do? We founded the record label Bloodshot Records. If you don't know what Bloodshot Records stands for, the Bloodshot in Bloodshot Records is that work ethic. It's the work ethic of busting ass and working hard. We work hard every day. We don't care if our eyes are bloodshot red, if we're strung out or whatever. We're doing what we have to do. We don't care if we're super tired and about to pass out. We are doing shit to get shit done. And let me explain this. Let me ask you guys this. If Eric was so huge in the music industry like he says he is, why does he not have a YouTube channel with any of his music up on it? Huh? Why does he not have any of that up? I, on the other hand, have a YouTube channel. I have my music up. I have people rocking my music every day. So this whole situation with Eric goes far beyond trust. Far beyond trust. It's about him making promises that he couldn't keep and basically lying to me all these years and holding me back. That's what all this is about. And like I said, I've washed my hands of Eric. I want nothing more to do with him. That's why why myself and Bradley created the name Alter Ego for me, so I can escape all of that. As I said, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm not trying to read, because don't get me wrong, I mean, Eric's good, but he's not that good. He's really not. Like I said, he's got the work ethic, yes, but vocally, he doesn't have the talent to make it. And I'm just being straight up honest. I know 100 other artists that are actually a lot better than he is. And my boy Ian, aka Bradley, being one of them. My brother and good friend, Zach Hughes, aka Possessed One, being another one. As a matter of fact, I don't think you guys have ever heard my boy Zach's music before, so allow me to introduce it to you. Go over here to VSR. Because I want you guys to hear just how talented these artists that I roll with really are. So I got a lot of songs on here that I've been scrolling through. Sorry, I was still sitting here scrolling through trying to find. Alright, here we go. Now keep in mind, this is the first song that me and Possessed One collabed on. I did the beat, he spit the bars on it, and fucking killed it. If it'll even play. You know what? I'll just pull it up on my Xbox because apparently my shit does not want to work properly today. So I will move you guys around over here so you guys can actually hear it a little bit better. There we go. Alright, so let's go here. Wait for this to load up. Now, this is all him on this.
Party, 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 party. Smaller than this, smaller than this, smaller. It's so cold, but it's just so delicious. So delicious is my edible words that I can speak coming from my hidden scriptures. Then I have to spit it to give the implications into muscle rocket level the dread. I know that you really getting mad every day, going to working so hard, but never really getting so paid. But you wanna be paid in the hardness inside your head that you wanna be heartless instead. So you gotta work for more, greed for money, cause it seems that money rules everything. And can I say to you that if I had all the money and the money buys happiness, I would buy all of it for you. It's okay that nobody understands the rate of my fictional verses that I can strike, but most of the time it's non-fiction rhyme, and it's something that's a different level that I take leave behind my mind, that I gotta get it out, and now I get a flow, and me and my homie, we just doing the thing, we gotta go. No one cares about this one take, but I get it with the flow, then I can relate. See you do too. I'm so slow, I just lose. My mind lets me just go through. I can't lose anything, but I get a demon and he comes after me. Gotta ride along, but you ask a long list of things for me to do, but I don't if I can completely withdraw my fucking list. Getting hit, and now I'm getting pissed because I can't realize that my own list is something that I'll never have. True happiness and true friends and true other things in the end. Till I find a family and then I have myself and push myself to the people that
I actually know this end. This
gotta
is
help me out, but I'm gonna help all of you. You're so poet.
If you guys are wondering who that is that was just played, that's not Raxxology. That's actually my boy Possessed One. He's actually from here in Akron. I actually know the guy personally. Hey, yo, shout out to the homie Rack. What's good, dog? Now, let me play another good one for you guys that I know personally. As a matter of fact, I'll actually play you guys the band that I was telling you about that I know personally. This is Charmera's Machine.
Anyone else out there feel the passion that's inside of me? Does anyone else feel empty? Anyone else feel like they're living day to day? Anyone else out there feel they need to take control and make a change? Is anyone else a machine? Is anyone else incomplete? Is anyone else just trying to stay up on their feet? Is anyone else a machine? Is anyone else incomplete? Can anyone else explain what's become of me? Does anyone else feel broken? Does anyone else feel dead? Does anyone else hear the voices whisper in my head? Does anyone else feel hollow? Does anyone else feel lost? Can anyone else break the motion from their human form? Is anyone else a machine? Is anyone else incomplete? Is anyone else just trying to stay up on their feet? Is anyone else a machine? Is anyone else incomplete? Can anyone else explain what's become of me? I'm in a casket train. Get on my fucking way. 'Cause I have come too far. I give up, I'm going away. I'm in a rolling train. Get on my fucking way. 'Cause I have come too far. I'll never give up, I'm going away.
And that's a little sample of Charmera for you guys. And another band that's actually from here that a lot of people don't realize are these guys right here, who I've actually known these guys actually since high school. Sorry, I always when it comes to these guys, I always have to put. Alright, so let's tell one of their songs.
Come on, shadow girl, won't you stop straightening your hair?
Shout out to one of my best friends, man. Shout out to my sister Sandra Emily. We both wish up Sandcat. What's good, sis?
Empty with doubt. Those 2 a.m. nightmares you can't figure out. Come on, shadow girl, why don't you see your disguise? Your lipstick is the world, but hide your own self-demise. You're trying so hard to feel beautiful. These lies you make up are splitting up your soul. And are you so lonely? You're so lonely. You're so. Cause you'll never see all the bullshit that you bring along. You don't listen, all you got the gold. You'll never know how much you're trying to stand you on your own. Shadow girl, I'm sick of hearing you cry. These fools you believe to fact, they're just draining you dry. These choices you make are just hurting you. You don't know what's wrong or right, you step for you. Now, little shadow girl, you're gonna open your eyes. There's too much that you miss, so many chances to try. Get your act together, you need to confess. Your mind is screaming at you and it's saying you're sick.
And that's a little some of that for you, but I'm about to play the one guy y'all know that I know personally, who has actually worked with some pretty big names, which I will actually play one of those songs for you. Y'all already know him, man. My boy Matt, aka PS motherfucking B. This him and Hobson on Homicide.
It's a homicide, I made a homicide. Never be the one to die, never be the one to lie. Now I'm on the side of the gun where the hammer falls. Act tough, it's your bluff, that'll play the call. It's a homicide, I made a homicide. Never be the one to die, never be the one to lie. Now I'm on the side of the gun where the hammer falls. Act tough, it's your bluff, that'll play the call.
Who on the step up to hate? My murders are up to date. Last nigga who I perceive it is where my drug is face. Eyes on you bitches like I'm looking for a slut to rape. Hold you underwater till your lungs inflate. Suffocate. This is verbal brutality I'm spitting makes the fans holler. When I'm on this mic, nigga, you gon' treat me like your damn father. I'll fuck you up and murk your mama so you can't call her. Nigga, call it what you want, but this shit here is if you catch me on your block with your life, he's on and run fast. Cause I'm a psycho killer trying to swipe your thriller, I got my gun stashed. Ain't got no bullets in it, but I got a knife that'll leave your gut scash. And you upside down from the top, maybe I can take your blood bath. You know what, nigga, fuck that. I'm about to give me a bus pass. Take it to your crib, break it in and drag you to get a rough rag. Your homicide is not needed by a guys, and that's not a lie. Not promise I will not apologize. You should've known from homicide, I made a homicide. Never be the one to die, never be the one to lie. Now I'm on the side of the gun where the hammer falls. Act tough, it's your bluff, that play the call. It's a homicide, I made a homicide. Never be the one to die, never be the one to lie. Now I'm on the side of the gun where the hammer falls. Act tough, it's your bluff, that play the call. We say that I want it, but it's time to confront it. Got my sick with my night drawn like I'm on and I'm hunting. I'm better get out my way, thinking about the fate, giving it up to they clever. Got my sentiments out the way, looking at that day, you hope that I pray never. They ask me if I'm gonna kill them, I say damn right. Shit's intense, like he's at a campsite. I get so mad and frantic that I just can't write. What's left is Baghdad without the bagpipes. I'm so unsociable, making the most of nothing to these fish up in the ocean. I'm a shark who there's nothing, I'm a marksman, I'm not bluffing. I got sulfur in my stomach and I'm spitting bar to fire into circles of circumference. I'm aiming the death of revelations, I be after the golden arm. Predicting the battles like a Nostradamus and I got the stolen eyes. If I get a volley of idols since I've never been in there one time. You guessed it, that's a homicide. It's a homicide, I made a homicide. Never be the one to die, never be the one to lie. Now I'm on the side of the gun where the hammer falls. Act tough, it's your bluff that I play the call. It's a homicide, I made a homicide. Never be the one to die, never be the one to lie. Down in the side of the gun where the hammer falls. Act tough, it's your bluff that I play the call.
And there y'all going. That was my boy man, aka PFV, with the one and only motherfucking Hobson on Homicide. Dope ass song too. And you know what? I think I'm gonna do a little something for y'all that I had to plug that back in. And this is actually gonna be for every motherfucker out there that doesn't think I can't vocally scream or do anything right. I'm about to show y'all motherfuckers right. This is Lacuna Coil's Spellbound melodic vocal style, bitch.
And save money with Liberty Mutual.
Y'all want to run your mouths while saying, oh shit, I got something for y'all. Feeling that the walls are moving closer, silencing the darkness means listening to the ending of another day of wanted. Tell me who you are, I am spellbound. I'm not in this control of me. Everywhere I go, I am spellbound. I will bring that spell you put on me. Penetrate, glowing candles, silent whispers, no words inside of fire. The night that calls speak for me. Listening to the ending of another day of haunted. Tell me who you are. I am spellbound. You cannot have this control on me. Everywhere I go, I am spellbound. I will break the spell you put on me. On me. On me. You know what? I got something for you guys. Oh, pardon me. This for y'all motherfuckers that think I can't actually do regular vocals. In this desert, in darkness, lying with a gun across his chest, pretending he's heartless. As I followed in the sky, he was fragile and frozen. But the bullet took away his friend, and now he's somehow more broken. He's holding his weapon to the side, holding his bullets goodbyes, holding an enemy across the line. He's holding his weapon to the side, holding his phone, his goodbyes, holding an enemy across the line. He's sweating and shaky, lying with the guns across her chest. She wakes with her cravings. The fire flashes in her eyes. She was fragile and frozen, but the needle took away her friend, and now she's somehow more broken. She's pulling his button to the side, holding his phone device, holding an enemy across the line. He's holding her button to the side, holding his phone device, holding an enemy across the line. With every battle he's choosing, with every fight he's losing, his enemy's not far behind. With every promise she's broken, with every lie she's spoken, her enemy's not far behind. It's your time, your time, it's your time, it's your time! Holding his weapon to the side, holding his phone with goodbyes, holding an enemy across the line. He's holding his weapon to the side, holding his phone with goodbyes, holding an enemy across the line. With every battle he's choosing, with every fight she's losing, his enemy's not far behind. With every promise she's spoken, with every lie she's spoken, her enemy's not far behind. And there y'all go, man. That was Linkin Park's Across the Line. Now tell me I ain't got the talent to fucking make it in the music industry, motherfuckers. And to all the supporters out there, fucking love y'all, man. You guys are the greatest, man. Y'all are fucking amazing, man. Straight the fuck up. But like I said, whether you're a hater, whether you're a fan, I respect and love every single one of y'all, man. But with that being said, I'm about to bounce up off here, kick it with my homie KK all day, chill with her and her man, work on some shit. And I'll catch y'all motherfuckers on the flip side, man. Peace. Is this thing leaving in?